Good day, gentlemen. James Marshall here. In today's video, we're going to be doing some infield analysis of an absolutely adorable Hungarian artist. Let's get into that. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Huh?
I said, how are you?
How are you?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
That painting is nearly as big as you. Did you steal it from an art gallery? All right, so I see this cute as a button little arty girl carrying a big painting. You see that I come and I say hi and I stop, and she keeps moving, but I hold her attention by basically just continuing to talk to her, which slows her to stop. So there's all sorts of ways that you can get in front of a girl and stop her. You can run in front, jump in front, you can walk along with her. But one of the ones that I do when I feel like it is to plant myself, project my voice, and use the tractor beam of my presence to hold her in place. And it's a very non-intrusive and bold way to do things. And then I make a little comment about what's going on. So it's not every day that a girl is carrying a thing that you can make comments about, but if I just gone up to there and gone blah, 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 and not acknowledge the fact that she's 5 foot tall and she's got a 4 foot painting in her hand, then that would have been highly uncalibrated. However, what you don't want to do is go over and go, oh, that painting looks interesting, or it's the girl who's walking the dog and you walk over and go, oh, what breed of dog is that? You don't use the thing that she's doing or holding as the reason to approach generally. You go over and do a bold approach and then refer back to it. So the girl who's walking the dog, excuse me, lady, I just had to come over here and say, you look so fantastic today, chat for a minute. Oh, so what's puppy's name? That's fine. I mean, it would be weird to not ever mention the fact that she's got a dog or a peacock or a llama that she's walking down the street, but don't use it as an excuse to talk to the girl.
It's a half-done picture.
Yes,
painting.
I can. It's a half-done picture. Yes.
Yeah.
And what will the other half be?
Again, please.
So this is the first half,
Yeah.
and afterwards, what will be the second half? So what I realize, and what you'll all realize very soon, is that this girl has very limited English, but she's trying. And so if you're meeting girls who are foreigners and they don't speak a lot of English, you need to be very aware of your articulation. So with my Australian accent, oh, yeah, this is like a nice painting, eh? You have to, like, I need to be really clear about what I'm articulating, being aware of phrasing like, what are you up to? Because what are you up to means nothing, actually. Like, what are you up to? Like, it's one of those phrases in English that doesn't actually make sense logically, as opposed to what are you doing right now or where are you going? So immediately, as she's like, it's a half-done picture, now I can see that her English isn't great, so I'm going to be clear, very clear about what I say, and this will happen many times throughout this interaction where she's really struggling to understand me, but we get there.
Second half is blue things.
Blue things.
Yeah.
For example. Now, I'm asking her about her art. Most people in this situation would say something about, what's the painting? And she'd say, you know, it's a half-done painting. They're like, oh, cool. But I'm showing actual interest, and I'm qualifying her by asking her about, okay, what's actually in the art? She says blue things. And again, I could have gone, oh, okay, cool, blue things. Yeah, I'm down with blue things. Instead, I'm like pressing it and trying to get into an understanding of what her art is, because that's showing actual interest in her. And it's also putting a little bit of positive pressure on her for her to actually invest in the interaction. Impressionist? Surrealist or something?
Symbolism.
Surrealism?
Symbolism.
Symbolism. What is a symbolism? Now, I'm like, what kind of art? Surrealism, impressionism, fucking nouveau romanticism, whatever. And she says symbolism. Now, I don't know what that is, because I'm not an art major. And a lot of the time when a girl says something, she's into naturopathy, or she does something that you've heard the word about, and guys like, oh yeah, cool, yeah, totally down with symbolism, kind of symbol like myself. Yeah, symbols, everything's a symbol in a way. No, if a girl knows something about something and you don't know about it, just say you don't know. Tell me what that is. I haven't heard of that before. That doesn't show any kind of weakness. In fact, on the flip side, if I pretend I know something about something I don't know something about, I'm going to get caught out very soon, and then I'm going to look like a total douche. So I don't know what symbolism is. Explain it to me.
Some little things like little things
that are symbolic.
Symbolism. Yeah, yeah, has symbolic. Yeah.
So what, for example? Again, I'm like, so what's symbolism? She's like, it's kind of where there's like a symbol. I'm like, so it's a thing that has a symbol. She's like, you got it. You got symbolism. Again, I don't let her off the hook. I mean, it's not that I'm putting undue pressure on her, but it's again, okay, well, what does that mean? For example, tell me about your symbols.
For example.
You're so cute. So here I am, we're mid discussion about symbolism, and this girl is like mind-numbingly adorable, so cute, the cutest face, and she's just being absolutely delightful as we're trying to have this discussion. And I just jump in the middle of it and tell her that she's so cute. Now, this can be a cool thing to do, to notice the delivery or notice the demeanor of the girl and compliment her on that in real time. So it doesn't derail the conversation. Like, do we have to talk about the symbolism all day? No, it's like, okay, it's the topic that we're currently on. But me noticing how animated she is and the way she's thinking and like her eyes darting, and she's just so cute. And so I just had to tell her, you're so cute, right? You've got a girl who's explaining something that with passion, and you say, I love how passionate you are about that. Yeah, or she's again explaining something that's important to her, and like, I love how your eyes have lit up since we've been talking about symbolism, right? Compliments about the way she is are far more powerful than what she looks like, right? Because if she's hot, she's been told she's hot forever, but few men probably have noticed her expression, her delivery, the way she moves, the cute little idiosyncrasies that she has, how she wrinkles her nose when she laughs and so on. So noticing that kind of thing and telling her that's adorable, that's sexy, I like this about you, shows that you're seeing her as a very unique beauty as opposed to just like there's a hot chick.
Thank you. I don't know.
It will come to you when you get inspiration.
Inspiration.
You will get inspiration and then you will choose the symbol. Something like this.
Hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha. Apparently that's a Hungarian thing. That's the like, whoa, whoa, oh, Nelly. People go, hoo-ha, when they're having to think about it. Right now she's struggling, right? She doesn't quite understand what I'm saying, and you'll see what I do with it. It's okay. We will speak slowly. You will remember your English.
Uh-huh. Do you ask me? I my symboling things.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
I asked them. I think remember, but
You remember or you forget?
Yeah.
Have a think about it. Firstly, what is your name? All right, so she's trying to remember her English. Did I remember? Do I forget? Hee ha, hoo ha, and so on. And I'm holding the pressure with a smile, right? So I'm holding it so that she's working and thinking. And at some point, I realize she just does not have the words to try and explain the complexity of her art. And later on, I added her on Instagram, and her art is actually fucking amazing, and it's full of very complex symbols. So not understandable that she wasn't able to explain it in this language she barely understands. So eventually, I'm just like, all right, you have a think about it. Let's move on to something else, and then I introduce myself. What is your name? My name is James.
James.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Me too. What? You too? Me too? I don't know.
Me too, yeah. No, I say, yes, you say me too. Exactly. Yes. You're so adorable. Do you know this word?
Again, please.
You are adorable. Do you know this word?
I don't know.
Adorable.
What is,
Adorable means very cute.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, yes. And you are Hungarian, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You have very beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
Like hypnotic. Do you know this word?
Yeah.
You know hypnotic?
I think yeah.
Yeah, hypnotic is, like this with a watch.
Yeah,
then-
I know.
Yes. And do you like my eyes?
Uh-huh.
Are they also hypnotic?
I don't know.
Yeah, so where are you going right now?
The pimp.
All right, now you can't quite see this on camera because the painting's in the way, but I introduce myself and I take her hand and then I drop it down and I relax my arm and then I hold her hand for, we'll put a counter on the screen, I don't know how many seconds it was, but it was like a long, long time. Because, and I certainly don't always do this, right? Often you take a hand, you feel the squeeze and the shake and the girl pulls the hand away. But this was a moment where it's kind of hard to explain this. It's really a felt sense thing where I just took her hand, relaxed, and I just felt her softness in her hand and she was so relaxed. We're looking in each other's eyes and there's no reason for us to let go. Now, if at any point I'd felt any movement away, where she pulled her hand away, of course, and the only time where she does break contact is when she then goes to point in the direction of the place that she's going. But this is something to be aware of, that there are moments where there's just a vibe and it's really kind of electric, and you take a woman's hand, or maybe you're in a bar or something and you go in, you put your hand on her back and then she kind of leans into you and you're like, well, I just may as well just leave it there because she's enjoying it and I'm enjoying it. So be careful with this. I'm not saying that you should be holding every girl's hand for 30 or 40 seconds, but there will be moments where there is just electricity. Now, maybe you can see there where I basically phase shift. I now shift into proper James Marshall sexual sexy intent. I'm looking deep in her eyes, my vocal tonality lowers, I'm holding her by the hand, and then I'm starting, I'm telling her that she has really hypnotic eyes, right? So and I remember that moment, like we're just both looking into each other's black of each other's eyes, and it was a sexy moment, right? So this is the kind of thing where, this goes well beyond day game lines, go and do the pre-frame and the hi and you're beautiful and can I have your number, which is, basic kind of day game, which works for sure. But this is kind of next level stuff where it's working on an energetic level. So I'm not sure if it comes across amazingly on camera, but you can see that there is a very different vibe in this. And then, it breaks because now she's pointing to where she's going and we move on to the next thing.
The pimp.
The pimp?
Yeah.
To your pimp? No, what? All right, so she says she's going to pimp and I say, you're going to your pimp. That's just a joke for me and you guys. Clearly, she's not going to go and see a pimp. And that was very rude of me. Sorry about that. Sometimes I just have to entertain myself.
Pimp is the museum.
The museum, yes.
Yeah, and I have a lesson.
An art lesson?
Yes.
So you are studying painting?
Graphic design
So-
and illustrate, but now I paint.
Today you paint?
Yes.
Tomorrow you conquer the world. Yes. Again, I don't think she necessarily understood that. Joke for you guys. Got to entertain myself.
Yeah.
So I am from Australia. Mm-hmm. Yes. But I live in Budapest.
Oh.
Yes.
And you like Budapest?
I do like Budapest. It's a very beautiful city. Sometimes the people are a bit grumpy,
Yeah.
but you are not. Okay, I've done this before. I meet Hungarian girls. Hungarians are known for being grumpy. Any Hungarian in the comment will immediately agree with me. No one's going to be offended by that, are they? Come on, guys. You're grumpy. And fair enough. Eastern Europe's still got a post-Soviet hang-up. Whenever I meet a Hungarian girl, or same goes like if I meet a German girl, where I'm like, I like being in Germany, but people here are a bit stiff. If the girl's not stiff, and then I'll say, but you're not stiff. You seem super relaxed. Or obviously there's kind of cultural stereotypes of various idiosyncrasies that different cultures have, which are based on fact, and the people in the country know that. And then if there's something that's different, you can call that out and compare them to the rest of the population positively. So, you wouldn't do it the opposite. You're like, oh, Brazilians are so chill, but you're really stuck up and uptight. I don't know what the problem with you is. No, you wouldn't do that. Although, has anyone ever met a stuck up, not chill Brazilian? I haven't. So, I'm like, okay, so yes, I like Hungary, but the people can be really grumpy. However, you're not. So I'm differentiating and showing again that I see her in her uniqueness.
Because I am not from Budapest.
Where are you
I
from?
am from a little town,
Yes.
and yeah.
So you think people in the small towns are more friendly?
I think
Or
yes,
maybe
but not always.
just you.
No. Some
But
people.
you see, you are a naturally friendly person.
I think yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be open to the world, right? You understand 50% of what I say?
Yes. Yes, 50-50.
Okay, that's okay. We can work on that. 50-50 is all right. So again, I'm reading a situation where I made a statement about how it's good to be open to the world, and she's like, "Oh," I'm like, she clearly didn't understand that. So I'm checking in to note, because people do that when they don't really understand the language, that they will sometimes just nod and smile and go, "Oh yeah, sure, cool." And you're like, "You know what? You just agreed to have anal sex with me right now." And she's like, "What?" No. So I'm reading that to check in and go, "Hang on, do you actually know what I'm saying?" We're 50-50, having a bit of fun with it. 50-50 is fine. And the 50 that she understands, she's enjoying.
Yeah.
And what time is your class?
What time?
Is your painting class? Now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, would you like to get a cup of coffee with me sometime? I would like to take you out. Okay, so I'm the one that wraps it up because I'm aware she's told me that she's going to class, and I mean, she's not in a rush, clearly. She's enjoying the interaction. But I figure this is a good amount of time. We've been, I don't know, chatting 10 minutes. We've got a good vibe. We've already had our laser, we've already had sex in the astral with our laser hand-holding moment. So now's a good time to wrap it up. Instead of, like, sometimes when an interaction's going well, the guy just hangs in there for as long as he can because he's trying to, like, get as many minutes in as he can. That's not necessary. An ideal amount of time for a day game approach is around 10 minutes. Shorter can absolutely work. Sometimes longer happens. You can go on an instant date. You know, there's variations on that. But that's a good amount of time to get some really good rapport, to have a flirt, and for the girl to feel comfortable and interested in you enough to want to see you again, as opposed to like dragging it on for 20 or 30 minutes where she's trying to get away. So I'm the one that's wrapping it up and going for the close.
Again, please.
Okay. Would you like to spend some time with me to have a cup of coffee and talk when you are not busy?
Amikor nem leszek elfoglalt. Maybe.
So why don't I take your WhatsApp number? I can text you if you want to meet. Good. If not, no problem. Okay, so I've asked her, you know, she's still struggling to understand what I'm trying to say. I'm like, you, me, ti, eventualmente, sexo, maybe? And then she's like, maybe? Now, other guys might then just go, oh, I'm waiting for her to say yes, but she's saying a maybe. It's hanging in the air. And so I go, all right, well, let me solve this problem with the maybe by putting forward a clear and direct proposal. I'll get you a thing, we'll do the thing, and eventually we'll do the thing.
Text is okay.
Yeah. You have WhatsApp?
No.
You
Messenger?
you have a normal Hungarian number? Like a phone number?
Wait a minute.
You're going to translate? Okay, so I'll speed through all this part. I'm not going to make you sit because basically we now spend the next 3 minutes trying to figure out what type of app it is that she has, because she doesn't have the WhatsApp, she's got Viber, I don't have Viber. Messenger, I'm like, I haven't used Facebook in fucking years, and I'm like, and I don't know what I posted on it many years ago, so I'm like, I don't really want to Messenger it. So we're taking our time to figure out the logistics of it. It's fine. You know, these kinds of things happen, especially when you're in a foreign country and people are using different apps to stay in contact. But we just figure it out. Yeah, you don't have this, I have this, I'll add you on that, and eventually we figure it out. Or Telegram? Telegram?
Telegram.
The app. You
I
don't
don't
have
know
that?
what
Okay.
this app. I have Viber and Messenger.
Okay, let me think. I think I still have Viber. Let me check. Do you remember my name?
James.
Yours is more difficult.
It's old Hungarian names. Means.
I do have Viber. Okay. Yeah. No, I think. Let's do Messenger. So, what is your Messenger name? I can't remember that. Okay, I wrote that. Oh, yes, here we are. I will add you later. I can't find you now, but I will add. Here we are. Yes. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, it's me.
And maybe we can meet tomorrow.
This weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend I.
You go to
home.
your family. Because
Yeah,
it's Easter.
Yeah.
Yes. This is for you.
Yeah.
Yes, this was given to me 5 minutes ago. One grandmother, she came to me and she gave me the chocolate.
Aww.
And so now it's for you.
It's cute.
It
Thank
is
you.
cute, yes. All right, so after we've faffled around trying to figure out how the apps work, we figured out and we got exchanged contacts. And I proposed my date. All right, let's meet this weekend. As soon as she says I can't, I realize because it's Easter weekend and she's from a village, and so all the Hungarians who don't live in Budapest are going back to their homes to, crack eggs on their heads and, step on hot stones and whatever it is traditionally that Hungarians do at Easter. I don't know. They probably just eat chocolate. And then, because just minutes before me and my cameraman were standing there and this old grandmother came up and handed us chocolate eggs and told us about her grandchildren, and because I've just done ayahuasca ceremony recently, I'm not eating chocolate, and so I'm just holding this chocolate egg the whole time, and I'm like, I guess now that's for you. So what's that? It's just a thing that happened. And also, do you have Instagram too?
Yeah.
Let's do that as well.
A minute.
Oh no, now I've gone for another app. Now, I only do this when an interaction is really solid and the girl's locked in, asking for multiple contacts, because if I get a girl's number and she's kind of in a rush and we've had a chat and I go, oh, I'll get your number. She says, yeah. And I do that and I say, oh, hang on, let me text you first and I'll also get your Instagram. It gets annoying because she's kind of like, yeah, dude, just take the thing, I've got to go. Whereas in an interaction like this, where, even though she has class, she's clearly happy to just stand there, then it's good to get the backup. And because I got Messenger or something, which I don't use that often, I'm like, I better get this one as well. So in those circumstances, get multiple contacts. This is you, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I followed you. You can follow me too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's do that now. Otherwise, we might lose each other, and that will be a tragedy. Same thing here is that I don't usually do this, where I get the girl's Instagram and then I tell her to follow me right then and there. If it's one of those interactions where things are moving fast and people have got to go somewhere, it's going to come across a bit needy and a bit annoying. Whereas, again, in this situation, this is as solid a close as you're going to get. So let's make sure that we're both following each other on Instagram. Let's make sure it's as tight as possible to prevent any fuck-ups.
James Marshall.
Did you add me? Mm-hmm. Let me do it because it's very private. Okay. Wait. Done. Good. Now we are friends.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Thank you. You have some bejegyzés.
What's a beige? Posts?
Yeah, post.
I have some posts, yeah.
Yeah. But it's good.
All right. Well, I hope you have a good day and you get inspiration to find your symbols. Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I think. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I will see you next week.
Okay.
After the weekend.
I think okay, but I am home. I am.
You're home for some extra days?
Yeah, I am leave home a week.
Okay, I will text you and when you come back to Budapest we meet.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
bye.
Bye.
Oh God, she's so cute. It's ridiculous. I don't know, well, we have to blur her face of course, but when she's trying to think of this, she's like going, ooh-ah. So adorable. I wish I had another word aside from adorable and cute to describe her. What a wonderful cherub of a creature and human being, and delightful. Anyway, so again, at the end, I'm like, okay, I'll see you next week. But she's like, but I'm not sure about, because next week I'm doing the something and something. I'm like, I'll text you. We'll sort it out, right? So people have got stuff going on in their lives. Girls will be like, oh, I'm not sure about this and whatever. It's your job to just be the man and go, all right, no worries. Because you want to generally try and find out, okay, what's her schedule in the future? But people have got chaotic lives and things going on. If it's getting to be a bit of a mess trying to figure it out then and there, then you just go, don't worry about it, sweetheart. I will text you and we will sort it out. All right, there you go. What a fun interaction. Hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to learn how to do this, that is to meet delightful arty girls or sassy Latinas or staunch corporate girls or whoever it is that you're into, the types of girls that you're into, and you don't want to have to wait around in your social circle for the next 14 years in the vain hope that one day one of them is going to turn up on your doorstep or put your romantic and sexual fate in the hands of an impersonal tech company that gives not one fuck about you, but certainly wants to steal your attention and time and money. If you want to do that, well, you know where to go. But if you don't want to do that, you want to learn how to do this like that, you just go up to a girl on the street, in a cafe, or in the park, wherever the fuck it is that you happen to be out and about, and have a good shot at making it work, then you should consider joining the best in the world at teaching that, which is me, James Marshall, your friendly local dating coach for the last 17 years. Tried and true, tested in the field thousands upon thousands of times with thousands of students. We're the best in the business, and we only teach about 80 guys per year, and I'm 45. I'm not going to do this forever. I'll do it for a bit longer, but it's not going to be around forever, and after I leave, I hate to think who's going to take the mantle after me. So, if you want to join me on our upcoming workshop, we've got one coming up in Lisbon from the 21st until the 27th of July. There is only 3 or 4 spots left, so if you're interested, all you need to do is click the link in the description. You can get on a call with my team. They will have an obligation-free chat with you. You can have a bit of free coaching, talk about your issues, what it is that you'd like to achieve, and no doubt we can assist you. So I hope to see you on the first day of the workshop in July, Lisbon, and if not, I shall see you in the next video. Peace.